Okay, let's get started. I wanted to show today the new franchising OS, but there is still a couple of changes. Yesterday, I tested all of the transaction payouts for the franchise system, and it worked really well. Where I did, I'm going to explain it to you guys. How it's essentially taking care of. I just want to explain this and tell me if you guys get it. I mean, I explained it to another affiliate at like 1:30 in the morning last night, which was just an awful idea because that's only 3 hours before this call. But he was so hyped and he was bringing on a lot of people. It was so hyped. So I had to kind of give him this sauce. But when we do a transaction on Garage, yesterday, I did this transaction for this Apple Watch. There is three completely unrelated parties that are getting paid from every transaction. It's absolutely astounding. So I'll use the Ontario example for this call, and then I'll set up the franchise OS, and then we'll go into it. So now let's say I'm a person and I live in anywhere. I live in the UK. I live in London. I'm an unrelated party. I'm just a Garage affiliate. I'm not a territory owner. I'm not a founder. I'm just a regular affiliate who paid $25. And I sign up my old friend, John. And John is a founder of some brand, some clothing brand or some e-commerce brand who just so happens to live in Ontario. I couldn't care less that he lives in Ontario. To me, he's just a prospect. So I go send him my link and I say, hey, John, you should check this out. You can sell all your products on here. You can pay your affiliates. It's incredible, life-changing, fabulous. You can check it out. So he signs up using my link. When he signs up for his office, for his clothing brand, he puts in an Ontario postal code. He doesn't care. He's just finishing the registration. And he goes in and he uploads his t-shirt for sale. And his t-shirt, $100. And he puts a 3-level comp plan, which he programs in, paid by numbers. He puts in a 3-level comp plan for his t-shirt, maybe paying out, 5% per level, 15% in total. And he, advertises his t-shirt to all the people on Garage. And now another unrelated party, let's say my friend Rohit from India sees the t-shirt, who's not in my downline, who has no relationship to John, and definitely has no relationship to Alan, who's the territory owner for Ontario. Frankly speaking, John has no relationship to Alan. John just wanted to accomplish his business objective, just so happened to have an Ontario postal code. Now my friend, now another unrelated party, Rohit, in India sees the t-shirt, says, this is a cool shirt. His friend, Michael's going to love it, sends Michael the link, Michael buys it. So now, Rohit is going to get the commissions. Rohit and his 2 uplines are going to get the commissions that were set by John for the t-shirt payout. I, who referred John, is going to get the commissions on the $96 John is paying every month. I'm getting 50% of that. So I'm getting the commissions on the subscription. Alan,
wait a second. You're paying 50%, but not to the guide.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. I'm simplifying. You're correct. I'm just simplifying it for the sake of the conversation.
Okay, yeah. You're getting it by now.
I'm getting the subscription every month, okay? Now, and Alan, who's the franchise owner for Ontario, is getting paid on the payment processing. These are 3 different parties that never intersected. They're not uplines, downlines of each other. On every single transaction in GaragePay that happens. And to be completely fair, it's actually not 3, it's actually 5 people going to get paid, because 3 people alone get paid in just the franchise split. So the sub-territory is going to get paid, the territory is going to get paid, and the country head's going to get paid. So 3 people are going to get paid just the territorial split, in the franchise split, plus the guy that referred the end customer, plus the guy that referred the business.
For all instant?
Instant. That's what I was testing yesterday.
I just have it three, right?
Man, it's so crazy when you do a transaction and all these parties get paid instantly. The affiliate, the upline, I mean, lest you forget the other guy who the biggest beneficiary of this whole transaction is who? Is John, the guy selling t-shirts. Because he just got a customer and was able to sell his product and without paying up front for advertising and without actually identifying the customer himself. So it's a magical experience, and it's all brought to reality by Garage Pay, which is the payment system that we spent so long building that allows merchants and people to accept and pay in any different currency, and for us to be able to divide the transaction and automate commissions, the franchise payment. And so this is just me setting up when somebody comes and is running their business on Garage, whether they're running it to sell their products through the affiliate system or they're running it to eventually franchise, they're inheriting this infrastructure. It's absolutely incredible. So if you guys followed what I just said, when you see it in action, it's mesmerizing. It's incredible. So yeah, I'm going to quickly go through the new franchise OS system. I'm thinking of not doing that right now as well, simply because there are a bunch of people in India that really want to see it as well. And they're obviously not on this call, but I can probably pull them in for another 5. They can wake up one day for 5:30 to watch it. Let me just check one thing. Use my mobile number. You know what? Okay, I'll reserve this. I'll see if I can do this. I'll see if I can bring them on tomorrow because they're very keen. But needless to say, franchise.garage.app has got the makeover. It's now dynamic for any business, and you guys will be the first beneficiaries. As soon as you can log in tomorrow, for New York, we'll test a transaction. For Ontario, and for Ontario, we'll test a transaction. So we'll actually create it. Pardon me?
Well, then.
I mean, we're going to test a transaction for the sake of doing it, but yeah, well, once you have to Maravic's accounts and all these other people's accounts we haven't set up yet. I've penciled it off, but we have to set them up. So tomorrow, but Lance, I've already assigned New York, and Brad, I've already assigned Connecticut, and Ontario, I've also assigned. You can see that you can track all the transactions, the payments are happening in lifetime. So tomorrow, once I get you guys in, we'll go through that, and tomorrow I'll get some of the Indian people on this call so that I can demonstrate Garage Franchise OS. I just want to, before I then tell you what I will show you today, I just wanted to be clear. We are charging $650. You'll see tomorrow. When you see tomorrow, you'll understand that, because yesterday I showed it to a person in India. And at the end of Exploding Garage Franchise OS, I said, yo, how much should we charge for this? He said 5,000. And that's a person here, right? So it's so powerful for a business owner. And I said, no, it's going to be 650 per annum, and it's going to earn you a spot on the board. And you're going to actually, and any affiliate who sells is going to make $1,400. At which point his brain exploded. Sorry, 1,600. And at which point his brain exploded. And so you'll see tomorrow when I show you Franchise OS that it's literally an entirely new product. What I mean is it's still Garage. It's only available to Garage merchants. It's only available to Garage affiliates. But in terms of its value proposition and how much infra we had to build, it's unbelievable. And I did a lot of research yesterday. There's no product that actually allows digital franchise in 2 ways. At the same time, we're building the biggest 2-sided affiliate network. We're also now building the biggest 2-sided franchise network without doing anything. An incredible, and I think there's be I think there's going to be millions of bad 246 positions because of it. Millions, like literally millions, which is super exciting.
Can I just cover all that in just 3 sentences?
You mean fire at all of them?
No, that's right. Several. Anyways, Lance, my position is, I think mega people would love to build franchise business, whether they're selling apples or they're selling, doesn't matter what they're selling. They would love to build a franchise because they would like certain areas to be selling where they don't have groups or people, right? Even in network marketing, I have that issue with got 246. So I don't have any South African people, for an example. I don't have any Brazilian people, for example. So I'm going to put up all the Brazil territories as a territory for sale. That territory is going to cost $650, whatever size of Brazil or state or province in Brazil. Right? They buy that. They're going to build that. They're buying that area because that's where they're going to build. Now I've got them more committed from the heart to be in. They got that unique position above everyone else. They got a better, stronger, kind of like building 9 levels in Amway, and they get, so the guys just go in. Well, then I'm paying them an override from that area, but I wasn't getting that area anyways. So this is just extra business for me, right? So from the perspective of about 246 or the perspective of somebody selling apples, he's going to grow a lot of areas in South Africa, a lot of areas in South America. He doesn't have Ireland. He doesn't have England. He doesn't have northern places. Right now, we can sell that off and get somebody moving his product as simple as a freaking apple, believe it or not. So I think selling the territories, especially if you select them, you sell the territories of areas that you can't get to, that just your general depth of people in network marketing, by the way, because you've been doing that for years. You know that generally your network marketing never really goes that way, right? That when it doesn't go, you're like, okay, I want to open that, right? So it's like a whole new angle that you're growing that you would not normally grow, and therefore paying the extra commission in that depth. And then maybe in your franchise, you say you got to have so much product. You're selling hats, for example, you got a box of 25 we're selling. You got to have so much product as part of your franchise. So the 650 we're talking about is simply the entire franchise program, the back office, all the accountants, all the automatic payments, everybody, all the different ways to get paid. And then he's talking about, what do you call it? The paint by numbers, but a paint by numbers franchise system where now the small stuff in the cities, you can divide it up into sections. You paint the size you want, you paint the...
It's actually before that. We've set at Garage for our product, 125% revenue sharing, right? With the franchisees. So we give X% to territory owner, X% to sub-territory, X%. That's our royalty kick. Like that's our kickback with our thing. The next franchisor will have a completely different breakup of the payments, right? So
he picks and chooses.
Pardon me?
The franchise, he picks and chooses?
He picks and chooses his splits. So the paint by numbers is not even in geography. The paint by numbers is what is going to be the transactional relationship between franchisor and franchisee, which remember has to happen at the point of transaction. Once it's programmed into Garage Franchise OS, it's going to happen every process payment. So it's never been done. It's never been heard of to make it this granular. And so, yeah, sorry, you continue with what you were saying.
No, I'm saying that the advantage now from somebody who would think I can't do a franchise. I'd like to, but now that's Ricardo, because it's going to cost me mega thousands of dollars in time and setup and everything to get the franchise set up. And then I got to try and hope that someone's going to buy my Apple business in Ontario or in Brazil or wherever. I think it's a stretch. But if it doesn't really cost you anything, $650 per year is freaking free when it comes to building a franchise. I mean, it costs nothing. Besides the guy's going to want to sell it to you because he makes $1,600, makes 246% commission. Besides that, he's going to want to sell it. The idea of buying it and just being able to get one franchise sale, that's it, and open a whole new area that he never had before, it's worth it. Just one. And here's what? You said sub-territories, there was like 50,000 worldwide?
Yeah.
Wow. Sub-territories will be massive. There'll be still millions of people.
Yeah. And again, we'll already have proven this out ourselves because we are doing it. And everyone, and Bad 246 will be number 2. And there'll be so many companies that just come and do it already that it just becomes a no-brainer. Okay, quickly, I wanted to, Lance, you were on the call last week when I said the connection between EarnGPT and the network chains Meet product was going to be built. And I had told you that's a couple of days away. That is now live. So I'm going to show you how that works. So a couple of things. Now in network chains, when you do a Meet, when you send the invitation link, it now registers that person under one. So let's say I start a Meet like this, and I send this link like I always do to all my friends, and people do it for, this is the Zoom killer, right? So people do it and they share it with their friends. So I'm opening up a new tab, putting my link. Now it no longer lets them just jump in. It says, hey, you were referred by Shorupan. I just click your link. Was Lance, so it said referred by Lance, and put your email. If the email was already a Garage user, it'll just throw them in. If the email is not a Garage user, it will ask them to verify their email and bring them up under you. So now every network chains Meet opportunity, every network chains meeting is an opportunity to grow your downline, which is already the case for webinars, but now is extended to network chains. But more importantly, it means that we have the email of every attendee for every call, which is crucial for two things. Number one, now we can guarantee that the transcripts from every call goes out to all the parties involved, which now it does. But number two, if you are already in an EarnGPT discussion with that contact where you're trying to prospect him, it picks that up and it attaches the email to his EarnGPT chat. And if it doesn't recognize it, you can also manually do it. So let's say you finish a call, you can go to Meet, scroll down to transcript, click on the transcript in question, right, to review it or whatever, like you normally do. And you can see it. And at the bottom, below the transcript, it says link EarnGPT chat. You can say, in this case, I'm going to add it to Rohit. And boom, now it's been connected. You can also add it to multiple contacts you're trying to sell. Okay, it's ready. It's connected. Now, if I go back here, it's learned from that experience. It's now taken into consideration what happened on that call. So the next time you ask it about Rohit, it will have internalized the entire call that just happened. So that is now a live feature. And unreal. Alan, I hope you understand. You weren't on the call when I explained that. EarnGPT inside of network chains is becoming like our flagship driving endeavor. I'll definitely sit with you later and kind of go through it with you. It's as smart as ChatGPT. It's smarter. I think it's going to be bigger than ChatGPT, where it preemptively tells you how to prospect a person. So once you say, I want to prospect Lance, it starts telling you, hey, it's been a couple of days since you spoke to him. Do you want to speak to him? Hey, what did he say? What's his last response? And if you do a meeting with him, this is my favorite feature. If you do a call with him, it takes the content from the call and adds it to the memory of that chat so that it can tell you what to do next. So yeah, that's something that mind-blowing. I think his internet got shoddy there. But yeah, nonetheless, Lance, you could test that out later. I'm also testing it rigorously. And yeah, like it's so crazy because that's crazy. So once you start applying this to other things, like a doctor dealing with his patients, and the whole system is automated from the time you start talking to him, it just gets smarter and smarter. Now, mind you, we're trying to build this exclusively for sales and kind of earning money, but that same process of, hey, I don't want to update data. I don't want to, I want my AI to understand everything about my relationship with Lance, all of my communications with him, and come back to me with the continuous ways that I can pester him until he agrees to do what I want. It's absolutely magical. Yeah.
Well, how about a physical therapist doing exercises on a network chain Zoom and having everything written up, what they did and the reaction from the patient for the next one, or a psychotherapist having their interactions one-on-one from in a different country. And then the notes are automatically written. By law, they have to write up notes.
Yeah.
They can not only have the notes from a legal standpoint, but they could use those notes to do better or improve for the next meeting.
It's so, Alex Hormozi said that AI is going to be better than humans at sales, not because it's actually better, because it never forgets to follow up. And like something crazy. Something like follow up on time. It's something like the chances of making the sale are like 5 times more or something. It's insane, right? And humans always forget to follow up. And this just automates that. Yeah, Alan, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I had the AI give me a call. It had said for me to go after Lance. I got a good shout out. In order to do it, it gave me all the sales tools. So one said, wear a hat and try to look a little younger. So I thought, okay, I got my hat on. I got my glasses on. Now I look about 53, just about a year younger than him.
That's hilarious.
Now I'm ready to sell.
The AI has failed. Hi, Edwin. Nice to see you on the call. And so, man, I'm putting a lot into EarnGPT to be and it's like, it now picks up, it creates this mind map of the deal. And it also creates this timeline of everything I've said to Lance in this case, and creates this mind map of products that it thinks it would like. And like, what is the matrix? I mean, it's doing things so crazy. I believe before June 20th, not after June 20th, but before June 20th, EarnGPT will already be the best salesperson in the world. Now, imagine 1 month after June 20th, where 1,000 affiliates have fed it 50 conversations. Just 50 contacts, 50 conversations. So that's 50,000 conversations. No human would have ever been able to learn from 50,000 sales conversations. So diverse, it's impossible. And so before August 1st, we will in our hands have the most powerful salesperson AI in human history. And that's just in English. It will be able to start doing conversations in other languages because, like, for example, like a lot of the Indian affiliates, when they prospect, they don't prospect in English because if they send a message to their friend saying, hey, check this out, and they send it in English, and we're like, what are you sending me? We don't normally talk in English. Why are you sending that in English? So it learns how to sell in other languages. Like, it's so crazy, and I'm so excited about it. And realistically now, everything just becomes a matter of how to simplify the information getting into the model.
All we're going to do is throw ChatGPT on steroids via that 246. Now, just so you know the saying, under promise and over deliver. So that's what we're doing. And then BAT 246 come along, and that's an under promise over deliver because it's not 246, it's actually 369. It's actually BAT 369, 150% of what I've been telling you all this time.
Wow. So I'm excited to see this in action. You guys will all be obviously testing it out and using it in anticipation for June 20th. And it's live with the Meet combination feature into this EarnGPT. Cool. Alan, you already went on your BAT 246 rant, or do you have anything more to say? Do you want to talk about residuals?
Yeah. I'm there is going to be a residual, and I'm going to make it easy for you to remember.
Okay, go ahead.
Identical to Garage.
Oh, it's the 15 levels and...
Yeah, it's designed for the long term. It goes long term, you get stupid, filthy, stinking rich. Simple as that. So there's no kind of...
Explain to me when it gets triggered. At which activity?
The minute you bring someone in.
No, when I get paid for that person or when I bring them in?
No, as soon as somebody joins, then that person's getting it. That person's getting a downline commission. The person at the bottom.
How much of his 650 sale is going towards that payment or towards the comp plan?
For right now, 24.
24. Oh, perfect. Because that's the same number we use at Garage. Yeah.
Right now, but I'm going to play it over a month.
Stegan, let me ask you a question. What you're saying is, in addition to the $1,600 that I'm going to make when I cross home plate.
Yeah.
I'm going to earn, or me and 15 levels above me are going to earn the commission, which is the $24 commission broken up over 3 payment types. But what if my upline who signed me up into Garage is not on the board? Is he one of those levels?
No.
So what qualifies somebody to be in the 15 levels?
You got to register with PAD 246.
Okay, what if they register but they never end up on the board?
I haven't come across that in my thinking, but yeah, I've
No,
used it.
it's really question. It's saying, is this reserved only for people that have previously been on the board?
No, you don't have to be on the board. You got to register because I need to distinction between being a retailer, purchaser, or a wholesale seller. And as a PAD 246 person, especially with the number, they're buying at wholesale. And so because they want to separate that and make sure that's the case, let's say for example, it's $20, $19.99, $20 to register. You register and you know you're a wholesale distributor of this product. And as wholesale, you're also getting $1,000 worth of garage stuff for $650 as well.
No, but in either case that you just mentioned, that means they have purchased something. They only get this if they've bought into the $650 of some sort.
I'm not saying they have to be on the board.
So they can get in for the
$5 for garage, and that means they get to see what's going on with that. And in BAT, if you want to join BAT, it costs $20 to be a wholesale distributor of BAT.
Oh, okay. And that's
official $20.
And that's a
Now
one-time.
you're in BAT, and you're going to get your download.
One-time payment?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what qualifies you for the residual.
So the guy doesn't have to be on the board.
Okay.
I just need the distinction to say he knows he's a wholesale distributor. And as a wholesale distributor, then we can have a mandate that you must retail if you want to sell. I mean, you can park it for free, like GoDaddy, you can park it for free. But if you want to retail it, if you want to actually use it, you got to retail it. And we have a retailing system for that. Minimum price is $3,500, so the profit is through the roof.
Got it.
And auction $350. So
Okay.
auction at $3,500. So that auction is 30 days minimum. All
Got
going to be the
it.
same. It's all going to be 30 days. 1 month exactly to the hour.
Okay. Interesting. It's cool. We will work that out in terms of what that looks like for the person that's referring people. In addition to that, I wanted to.
Referring people and you not on the board, you're a little bit missing the point. If you refer somebody and you're not on the board, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
You refer somebody for $650 and you're not on the board to get a free position or to get a free baseball card. Have you lost your mind?
Yeah. Got it. One more
Somebody
thing.
will pay $20, but that's a
understood.
no-brainer.
Understood. One more thing I wanted to cover before concluding the call is the LinkedIn scraper is now live as well. So I'll show you that inside of Garage, which is super cool. I mean, inside of Network Chains, which is super cool. So let's say you sync your contacts from Gmail. And Lance, did I show you this last time? I think I did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we spoke about this. You did. Remember, you showed us LinkedIn and you showed us Gmail.
Yeah, no. So now let's say you get the person from Gmail, you can actually enrich their contact with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's massive. So all you need to do is you need to have their LinkedIn URL. So let's say there's I'm trying to think of somebody that I have on LinkedIn that I have here on the Garage as well. So let's say it's let me see if it's Philip. And yep, okay, so Philip, it extracted it from my Gmail. I have no other information on him. All I need to do now is click enrich and come and find his LinkedIn profile. Go to LinkedIn, and it will scrape all of LinkedIn and populate his profile inside of Garage. So it's adding data to his contact inside of Garage so that you can make a more educated pitch, right? So you find him here, copy his profile, come back here, pasted, enrich. And this was just an email profile. All I had was his email and the communications I've done with him from there. And now it's going to use the link I sent, go take all of the information from his LinkedIn and enrich his profile on my behalf. Boom. Philip Thomas, co-founder of Garage, all of these details, where he worked, what he did. And all I have to do now is click save to contact. And boom, everything just got smarter. I got a lot more information. Look at how much more information I just learned about Philip, and not me, of course. I'm not going to read any of this. EarnGPT just got a lot more information it has to work with. And so we are going to, LinkedIn integration is now done. Of course, the big ones, Facebook, Instagram are the ones that now we're working. And that is so annoying. But anyway, we're going to figure that out. And I mean, yeah, there's some things, like, just to give you guys a heads up on coming still. There's the Garage Franchise OS entire suite, which we'll show tomorrow. There's live streaming and live selling by affiliates. By founders already, you guys know how it works. That's what we're doing now. I could put something up for sale right now. Everybody can watch me on Garage TV. But then there'll be live selling by affiliates, which is exclusive to people who subscribe for network chains. If you're a regular affiliate, you can't go live and start selling for the whole world to see on Garage TV. You have to be in network chains to be able to do that. That's a different privilege, and it's going to give you a different commission. I'll explain that. That's coming in. Then there's something called clipping, which I show you guys this. You guys, it's unbelievable. That's ridiculous. So there's something, it's basically getting paid to post content on social media without even making a sale. And there's the enhancement version of EarnGPT, which is still, I have some things down up my sleeve. This is obviously all above and beyond just the general enhancements that will be happening every day. Also, not tomorrow, but the day after, or maybe Lance, if you're not going to be on the call the next day, I'll do it Saturday. I'm going to start showing the back office apps, which are project managed. We'll start one day will be project management software. The next day will be the convinced CRM. These are business applications where this is the 21 things that they're literally saving money from, that they're paying for right now. So those are also ready to go. So I have to show those one at a time because they're quite nice, quite big, and I'm starting to use them myself for my business. So yeah, man, what a time to be alive.
I want to know just 3 top things.
I've ever helped just try.
Let him go first, and then you can conclude the call.
Yeah. You sure? Okay. Yeah. So quite necessarily related to what you spoke about tonight, because it'd be very clear what you spoke about tonight. Under the Learn tab,
yeah,
you think you will create this video, but it's super important. Video's titled, I've paid my $25. I've become an executive.
Yeah, now what to do next.
That's huge. Yeah, huge. Because that will make our jobs easier to just keep This technical thing is, and I'm saying this between us because this could go a lot of different ways. Will there be some sort of search and criteria for an affiliate to choose what products he wants to sell? And I'm going to give 2 examples, and this is it could go a few ways. I'm an ace with technology, so I only want to sell technology products, or I don't care what I'm selling. I want to scrub Garage for the highest paid commission. That's the funky part, because do we want to pigeonhole that everybody will put the highest commission just so somebody will sell their product?
Yeah, it's a great question. That's a great question. It's something I think about every day, and a lot of my investors think about every day as well. So I'll tell you something. On the first question, yes, I'm actually shooting. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday I released a video, and Ritu had posted the video as well. I had posted it in YouTube and sent it in the group chat, which is how Shorupan explains Garage in under 90 seconds. Yeah. I mean, it's an impossible task, right? But I'll tag you in it right now. It's in the group chat. So
One more option that people would want to think.
It's literally me. It's like me getting across one sentence and but I tagged you guys in it. And I'm now shooting the Garage University course videos. Garage University is nothing but all the training and onboarding materials for how to use Garage. And part of the first course he's taught is like what you just said. Hey, I just got started. I don't know what A from Z. I don't know A from B. What do I do next? So those videos will be shot. Like this first video I shot, which is yesterday, how to explain Garage in under 90 seconds, is like the precursor to that. They'll all come in that format. And they'll also be animated. This one is not animated, but first it's just me doing the monologue, and then the team goes into animation. So that's all being concocted right now, including a very vast apparatus of content. Even YouTube Shorts, Ritu is putting all of those drops in there. So there's a lot of content coming down the pipeline, including the courses.
Can I make one more suggestion? What he just said, I'm looking for the highest paid one.
Well, I haven't addressed that yet. Let me address it, and maybe your answer will change based on what I'm saying, because I think I have the most perspicacious way to address this. Let me be my first point. This is only even a question right now because the number of products is still limited. But as I've always said, after there's 1,000, 5,000 products, which is going to be June 20th, it's impossible to even formulate that question. There's no way that you could even decide what to sell. So it's all going to be left to EarnGPT. This is my actual fundamental answer. No human will be able to decide it in terms of what to refer to whom. Now, within the confines of EarnGPT, or even just as kind of a brute force effort, I wanted to address what Lance is saying. When you go on the e-commerce site, you're going to see every product and all the commissions paid for every product. Now, here's my question I asked this in my last board meeting last week to our investors. I'm going to ask it to anyone. You don't have to answer it now. You just think about it, right? Let's say you bought a pair of headphones from Garage, from a brand you love, and they're going great. But that guy, because he's already a successful brand, is only willing to pay 5% commission, 3% commission. Are you likely to go find the lowest rated headphones on Garage that so happens to pay the highest commission and send that link out as opposed to the headphones you love? Now, if everybody was just motivated by the largest commission they can earn in a short-term basis, the answer would be yes. But I actually don't think that's what's going to happen. I think you're far more likely to refer the headphones you love if it was even a manual choice than the ones that pay a higher commission. So that's kind of
because that's exactly what I was going to say. What I want to say is the angle of I'm at the beach with a bunch of cars all sitting at the beach, or we're at a soccer field, or I'm at a car show, and I've got my pickup truck there. We're all talking around it, the 6 or 8 of us. And I just happened to mention, geez, the truck is so dirty in the back. If I had a telecover, it'd be cool. And of course, Shorupan pipes up and says, hey, I have a friend that sells tunnel covers. You know what a tunnel cover is, right?
No clue what it is, but go ahead.
It goes over down the flat path, covers all.
Oh, okay.
The tunnel cover. Okay. Yeah. So I just say that, my friend's in the telecover business. Here, I'll send you the link. So I send her, because I Google search, I garage search what products I have. I have tunnel tunnels. So I send him the tunnel cover because I make commission on it, not because I make the most, not because it's the best, not because of anything else, because I have it. It's one of my products, right? So I check in my search. Oh, I have tunnel covers. So I forward my tunnel cover to you. You want to get a tunnel cover? There it is. There's a tunnel cover right there. I can get it to you next 2 days. Boom, I make a commission on there.
No, Lance's question is beyond that. His question is, what if there are 2 tunnel cover companies on Garage? And which one are you sending? Are you just going to choose, see here, look on Amazon. If you type in headphones, you get literally 10,000 results, okay? 60,000 results for headphones on Amazon, right? So now the question is, which one are you going to refer? In the tunnel cover, yes, Alan, you set up the situation correctly. But when you go on Garage Search and you type in tunnel cover and you 15 results, are you just going to send the one with the highest commission? I mean, it sounds like that is what people will do, but I don't think so. I think they're going to go with the ones that has the highest ratings and the highest reviews. Almost all of Amazon's sales,
most respects.
man, you would be shocked on how much of Amazon sales is determined by the ratings, the number of reviews and the number of ratings. Because you have two identically looking products, headphones or a pair of pants or whatever. It's like there's, it's not like a big distinction. So which one are you going to refer? Is like the same one, which one you're going to buy. You're just going to take the one that's already conventionally popular, even if there's a big commission. There's only one industry where this is not true, by the way, which is financial services. Lance, you come for financial services. I've basically only been in financial services my whole life. That's the industry where the perverse incentives of commission do make people behave differently. I don't actually see that being the case in like e-commerce, to be honest. I don't see it being the case in retail, right? You can make some, but you can say, man, people buying fairly respectably based on quality nowadays when it comes to products. But when it comes to financial services, everything is a toss-up, right? Everything is literally a toss-up because usually the thing you're selling, if it's an investment, doesn't exist. It's like in the future somewhere, right? It's a future promise of a performance of something that you're going to do. And what's the famous line from Wolf on Wall Street? Like, you have to sell some Disney and then you start getting into the real stuff. Yes, there are perverse incentives associated with investments. So this is always going to be the big thing, which is how does Garage transition gracefully financial services? It's actually a big question. It's a massive question. I'm getting a lot of crypto and Forex companies that want to be on Garage. The question is, should we allow, not should we, I'm never going to not allow them, but should we allow their transaction to be processed? Like there's so many things there. But, and that will be a discussion that we'll be having. The first financial service industry I'm tackling is insurance, as I mentioned to you. That's a little bit more safe and a little bit more straightforward because the details of the policy are pretty transparent in most countries. However, if you start getting into other things, that's where I basically, my answer is I'm not worried about it right now because Garage is not a great platform to sell naked investments as of today. Like it's just not. As it comes to e-commerce, it's much more driven by ratings and reviews than it is by kind of just economic incentive to make the most commission. Mind you, I'll let us say this last thing. Founder, if you're the guy making the headphones, your goal should be to build best product possible and pay the least amount of commissions, right? Like it's the joke. The Apple pays no commissions because
Sure.
they got
don't
it.
need to.
Like sells itself and then some, right? So we want to encourage that as well. But at the end of the day, people need a way to get incentivized and we give them that opportunity. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. But I also just think so much of this is going to come down to EarnGPT. And actually maybe in a year from now, the better, more profound question is, Shorupan, is EarnGPT trying to maximize commissions or is it trying to maximize calls? Like what they ask Sam Altman, like, is ChatGPT trying to, persuade people to do this? Like, much more interesting question, actually. I don't think people are going to be, it's net. When I met with big MLM guys, I'll leave you guys off with this. When I met with the big MLM guys in India, right? I told you they were so scared. These are massive players. These players with like millions of people in their downline. And all of them were so scared that the owner would find out that they're even speaking to me, right? And then I just realized it's like, okay, A, they think Garage is a competitor, which it's not. But B, this is the culture of like the high-ranking MLM people, which is like, oh my God, you're going to steal a person. And I'm like, no, that's not how Garage works. We don't steal anybody. We just help you promote your business. But what I would want to say to that, why I bring that point up, is because that mentality just gets destroyed when all the opportunities are in one place. You can only have that siloed opportunity where it's like, oh, these are the 20 products you make money from, and you should only think about these. That only exists today because Garage doesn't exist. You get my point, right? Like, you just live like that if every opportunity is visible, right? Because the market will iron out what's the good opportunity and what's not. I kind of liken it to like, how did people choose restaurants before, like apps and what is the other one though, where you leave reviews?
Yelp and only
how did people use restaurants before? I mean, how did people choose restaurants before Yelp? Is literally you needed to know somebody that went word of mouth, right? And you may just not know that many people per se, and they told you this is the best Italian restaurant, and because that's the only person you heard say that, you're gonna maybe believe that. But of course, the moment Yelp exists, like literally the very next day that Yelp went live, it just changed the equation, right? Because now you have every Italian restaurant in New York City and all the reviews. Garage will very much like that. I think there's gonna be one day where the entire affiliate marketing world wakes up and realizes, oh, we can't just say that we're the best. And the reason they get away with that right now, their audience only hears them. You get my point, right? You can't actually just say you're the best when your audience hears everyone. So exciting times, and it's a really good question. I think about it a lot, man. I actually do think about it quite a bit. But I think there's going to be a balance. At the beginning, when I was starting to work on Garage years ago, I just thought it would come down to who pays the most commissions. But I realized people don't buy right. And there's very fringe part of financial services that do, but apart from that, almost everything is bought on quality. Cool, man. I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll speak tomorrow. Bye, Bill. Bye, Les. Bye, Devine. Take care.